I'm a bad son. I don't have a heavenly body, I never had one. I'm not a star, but I'm trying to add one. I'm mom and dad's son, and sad I haven't granted them a grandson or a granddaughter. Fight to see where I fit in God's grand order. I pray that He'll grant order and sight, so when I'm sitting to write, all that is written will bite like I've been bitten. And though it hurts, I won't stay quiet, I'm not quitting. It's not out of spite that I'm spitting me. The litany of gems and germs that are constantly hitting me, God hidden me. Don't know how they all fit in me, but fittingly most aren't getting me cause they can't get in me. So I take the wit in me and make the written me. The flesh becomes word. I'm an impressionistic nerd. I sketch what I learn and retch out the blurb that help to refine me. Fine lines that define me till I find me and earn. See, I finally learned that I enter this life an intern, and in turn turn these turds of internment into terms I'm interred with. I've come to terms with the fact that I didn't earn this gift to take terms and turn wit on my terms. But if my words incur discernment, then you could determine that I must be plenty wise, or I have it, like Pennywise. Or Prince in Sign of the Times, desperate to keep printing and signing the lines till the fit and design of my spine concludes by committing the crime of all crimes and catch a theft charge by stealing the feeling in my left arm. I've been kneeling for healing, but it's been left on. Constantly feels like it's slept on, numb. Some say I'm dumb as a lepton, hit me with a negative charge like an electron, cause I'm not married. I got buried in my life's plot. The twist is my bics and pics live in my wife's spot. So I'll write and jot in the right spot, and I'll wait on the girl until I spot her. And when she's lifting the weight of the world, then I'll spot her. And I'll show her that no matter the state of the world, I got her. Now, I've met many greats in the world, just not her. Not yet. It's not a knock, just yet to nod yes to tie the knot yet. Haven't been caught yet. I'm a hit single and I balk and smile when I hear the pitch to walk the aisle. I was always taught that women don't play games, but I learned that women play games. Learn they love to lay blame. Learn that if you share the same name, you were fair game for verbal lacerations and virtual castrations. I learned that blood relation was first in line in getting a piece of her mind, leaving bloody pieces behind at the expense of everyone else's peace of mind. I know that there's no lasting peace to find in this peace of mind, but it does help fight this beast of mine who battles fast. It doesn't bat a lash as it grabs a battle axe and goes to battle as I'm starting battle class. Too big to battle past or let the battle pass. Because of battles in my past, it's forever saddled in my path. So I sat to do the math. Pushing a half century, I'm looking at the lives that life has sent to me, and whether I was chased or the one chasing her heart. Too often when adjacent to her heart, I acted like Jason to her heart. Wasting her time just like clockwork, or killing time till her clock hurts. Tick, tock, learn quick how to pick her lock. Pick her pocket so my face she'd stick in her locket. Now she feels like she's climbing cloud 6 and I was left by St. Nick in her stocking. The closer she gets, I'm even more quick to block it. Virtual Glock hits, they always look shocked from the click when I cock it. She never sees it coming like her eyes were ripped from their socket. Shell shocked by a union that won't fly like a rocket with broken gears. Me, choked with fears, her, soaked in tears. All we are is a broken pair with broken years. Countless spoken and unspoken prayers chasing that token the guy in Tolkien wears, but constantly made aware that I made her wear the nightwear of nightmares. Our broom, horror movies we'd always compare. I said she rode one. She said I had jump scares. I felt beaten like a drum snare. Feels like I'm in a bad movie. You know, the one where I'm a man who became her X-Man. It has more sequels than the X-Man. I just know that there's an exam in this, and as I began to examine this, I saw I had to examine me. So I began examining. Entered my soul's towers and caves, and despite the pain, removed the flowers from graves, and for countless hours and days, knowing our lives are ours to save. I exhume my past souring graves, unpave my ground zero where I'm no town hero. More like a brown Nero in this sector, a man, a collector, part Hannibal Lecter. I'd suddenly failed to accept her, accepted all her gifts, except her. Swore I'd never disrespect her, but really did this respect her? In retrospect, I took her scepter, but I failed to protect her. As I resurrected the specters that I treated like Dexter, I reflected on heated lectures where I nixed her for the sweetest nectar of the fleeting next her, only to be repeated. I hexed her and left her. I want to make it right before I get too old. Find out why I'm a treasure hunter looking for fool's gold. Pirate seeking pyrite. I need hindsight to highlight the zeitgeist of why I swipe right and then swipe left. Wipe out or white out the hope of a potential wife until there's no light left. I have my life etched, coping with my right chest open because my heart has a revolving door, and though I'm evolving more, I'm trying to solve it sore, but I'm looking for other answers. My mother has cancer, stage 4. It's hard to gauge her rage for this virus that's decided to wage war and cause her to age more. I wish she'd engage more, but that's not what this page is for. We've been estranged for some time. Now I've prayed for some time that she would overcome her health and all, so I said I'd come over to see if I could help at all. Not sure how I felt at all because I never knew how she felt at all. For years I've only ever felt a wall from her, but when I got that call from her, I rushed to her side. Once there, I put my hand on her knee and she quickly brushed it aside. Felt the familiar pain of being crushed and denied from one of her spikes in my palm and spears thrust in my side. Woman, behold your son and see his frustrating ride. You never held your son. You'd run from hugs, bugged by his kisses, missed his games, the same with choir. You never showed me how to name, tame, or aim my fire. Then as my flame got higher and I gave it direction, you still withheld and blocked affection, continually weakening a weakened connection. The only boy, but maybe you're waiting to connect with your next son. These reflections from the past are meant to collect from so that I can correct them. But my pattern of fear of intimacy from those who are into me seems close to my ghosts that share the same name. Now, I'm not assigning blame. I'll sign my name to every crime and stain I've perpetrated. But I'm not perforated. I can't disconnect from my history until I see what it is to me and what it did to me. So the older I get, battered and bruised like a soldier or vet, or feel like my past cast a boulder ahead, or feel the world's weight on my shoulder and head, I know that I must soldier ahead. If you want to give me a hand, I might need a shoulder instead. So bear with me, pull up a chair with me and share with me out of love, not charity. On this path that I walk, it's clarity I seek, and though it's a rarity I speak about this, my pen leaks about this. There's no mystique about this, I'm not unique, I doubt this will be easy. I need to fight. And about this bout that frees me, I see the light. But I'm still freezing because I'm a bad son. I breathe the night. Impeded the flight of countless angels who tangled with my demons. I strangled their dreams and now live with hands that are unclean. I want to be a man who becomes clean and breaks these fetters for good. So if I'm to reshape my life, then I should take the advice that I should aim to be better, not just good.